After thorough testing, I recently changed my everyday OC spray to Palm Personal Defense Spray. It's nasty stuff and I recommend it highly. Well, everybody, we're back again. Let's talk some more with Josh Stockman, my coach. And I got a controversial question that I know is going to generate some hate clicks. I'm not trying to generate hate clicks, trying to generate discussion though. Josh, I think, has an opinion on this. So let's talk, gi or no gi?
The age-old question.
Now, obviously, let's unpack our biases here. Obviously, I think I see you in gi plenty, but I think no gi is your heart.
Yeah, well, a lot of technique, a lot of jiu-jitsu styles and approaches and techniques are attribute-based. Like, what skill set do you bring to the game? So I know some people who are big and strong and move methodically, and gi is better for them. I'm flexible and squirrely, so no gi is better for me because I can almost slip my way out of any goofy position.
That's because you can put your ankles behind your head with the yoga stuff.
Yes. But that is sort of nullified in a gi because it doesn't matter where I can put my leg if you're holding my pant leg down.
Yeah.
I can't wiggle out. So despite, I think, being better at no gi and having more tournament success at no gi, I really like gi because it slows things down a little bit. And if you want to talk about, it's so comical, generally people who like one or the other, it's because they're bad at the one that they don't like, right? So I've known people who are really good no-gi players who suck in the gi. It's just too much to think about. You're wearing a weapon.
Yeah. You're wearing your opponent's weapon.
Yes, you've just upped the ante with all of these other attacks. To me, it's a lot of fun because there's all these tricks you cannot accomplish in no-gi. But the people who are just hardcore into the gi will always tell you, well, for self-defense, you're not fighting someone naked, hopefully. And
nobody wants to fight the naked guy.
Yeah, unless you get in a fight, unless you pick fights in the shower. And then the no-gi guys will say, yeah, but no one you're ever going to fight's wearing a thick, thick cotton jacket. So truthfully, they're going to be wearing something. And if you can't have an answer for it, your self-defense is cut in half, in my opinion. I mean, if you require a lapel for worm guard, you're probably not getting it when you fight at Circle K. And if you can't function when somebody's like holding you down by your shorts or whatever, you still can't fight because you're
you can't say, hey, that's against the rules.
Yeah, you're going to be wearing some clothing. So I really like both. I think people who don't at least do a little of both are kind of selling themselves short. And I feel like I don't want to be the guy who says, I don't want to be the guy who feels like half an athlete. It'd be like saying, look, I'm a receiver in the NFL, but I only do short passes.
Yeah.
I want to be able to say, look, I'm well-rounded. I can do whatever you want to wear.
Right.
We'll wrestle in it.
So, no stripe white belt with 6 months of jiu-jitsu, okay? So my rank is in another art. Having tons of fun. And I had this about 3 weeks ago, right? So then we work more no-gi than gi. Mm-hmm. We start no-gi, and then we transition to the gi at some point.
Because it's usually like 130 degrees.
In the summertime especially, right? It sucks.
Yeah.
And I realized I sucked in the gi. Like, as soon as I started adding lapels and grips and stuff, I was like, dude, I'm lost. And so then it was like, well, do I want to be there for gi because I suck at it? And then I just had to make this mental flip that go, dude, you suck at it. Stick around. Like, dude, do it. Like, do more of that because you suck at it.
Challenge. I started exclusively in no-gi because I was doing MMA. And the first few times, I used to say, at the advice of my instructor at the time, come for the gi class and tell him you forgot your gi. And I was like, okay. I tried that a few times until one place I went.
Here's the gi.
Said, what are you, an A2? We got a loaner. And I was like, damn. So now I have to learn this stuff. I really enjoy it. I've had, I won the Chicago Open in the gi, and couldn't have been more proud of myself because I had taken something I was really not good at one time, and I just kept practicing, and got a lot better. I mean, the nice thing is, unless somebody takes off a body part, your no-gi stuff should generally work in a gi.
Right.
The opposite isn't true. There aren't a lot of lapel chokes in no-gi.
Right.
I mean, even if you can pull a t-shirt around something, it's likely to rip. So that's what Josh Hinger told me that. He was a world famous, world class, won everything animal athlete under the Atos team in San Diego, who used to be in Tucson at my gym. He said, when I started doing the gi, I just figured my no-gi stuff will work. I'll fake it until I figure out what to do with all this clothing.
There you go.
That's been my policy.
So I think we start in the no-gi. Sometimes when it's summertime here in Arizona, we may not get to the gi because it's 130 degrees in here. But I think both really have their place. And if you're not working both, I always feel like, I guess from my limited experience, gi is fast. Gi is slippery. It makes you really focus on, I got to get this technique and not wait.
No-gi.
Yeah, no-gi. That's what, did I
No-gi
say
is
gi?
fast, and there's always been there's always two ways to catch a submission. One is methodically by tightening up a rope, and the other one is by snatching it and dynamically using speed. There's a lot more of that in no-gi,
right?
Because you have less to hold on to.
So I think having both there, you know, and when we are in no-gi, it's so fast and it's so, like things change, bing, bing, boing, like so quickly. And then in the gi, it's kind of the opposite. It's like this big break and you're like, you got to freaking climb your way to what you're doing.
And it's okay to be better at one than the other, but I always tell people, hey, go visit a school and go to the no-gi class and get an A+, and then stick around for gi and get a B-. You still have a good GPA.
Yeah, you still do pretty good.
Don't run from the gi class just because you're not quite as good.
Right.
And I still don't know how or why, but I was told this years ago. I think they feed off each other and one will make the other better.
Yeah.
Gi will make you slow down a little bit and maintain position and not get antsy. And no-gi will make you speed things up a little bit and not wait until an opportunity for a submission or a movement is passed.
Right.
So I think they're both a lot of fun.
I enjoy the heck out of them. So anyhow, I've got a big one for us next week. I've asked Josh about this one, and I know he's got an opinion. Had a friend who just got promoted and had to run the gauntlet at his school. Next week, we'll talk about that one. Thanks, Josh.
Thanks, man.